7 p.m. coming this fall. Coming this holiday season on the ridiculous world of G.G. Abrahams. It's the review of Santa Claus. Watch as we discuss how John Lithgow completely chews the scenery and has a nervous breakdown.
We're gonna give them away free.
For free?
It's Santa Claus, the movie. Coming soon to the ridiculous world of G.G. Abrahams. Trust us this festive season because we think you'll love it.
It was a simple request. All I asked for was for you to put together a little trailer for the next episode, get it ready in time for Christmas, and this is what you give me. It's not even the right movie. Show me the Scrooged review. Hey guys, welcome to the show. It's the festive season yet again, so I was thinking, is it time to crack open the vault of what I call Christmas classics and talk about a movie that's just an absolute must-watch this time of year?
It is important to remember the true meaning of Christmas.
Yep, in this very special Christmassy episode, we're going to be taking a look at Scrooged that came out in 1988. It stars Bill Murray and was a take on the classic Christmas Carol novella by Charles Dickens.
We don't want to scare the dickens out of people.
So we all know the classic tale of the Scrooge character where he hates Christmas and he's visited by three ghosts who eventually help him to change his ways, and yes, while Scrooged does follow the classic formula, it does things a bit different to what you'd expect. Like, it's not just a comedy, it's a comedy horror with a bit of romance thrown in and a little bit of Christmas spirit too.
Bah humbug.
So first off, I'll say that if you're a Bill Murray fan, you're probably going to have a good time with this movie because the character he plays here, Frank Cross, is a miserable, sarcastic, egotistical president of a TV network. Perfect casting, right? And while Frank is quite nasty at times, when it's Bill Murray being this absolute bah humbug, you can't help but laugh. So as usual, we're not going to hit every beat of the movie and go through every single scene with a fine-tooth comb. So, simply put, the movie centres around Bill Murray's character Frank making sure his broadcast of Scrooged goes on air without any issues live on Christmas Eve.
We'll own Christmas. That's what I wanted to hear.
And as I've mentioned, Frank isn't a very nice person. In typical Ebenezer style, he's a total dick. He's firing people without a second thought, he's making his staff work late on Christmas Eve, and we very quickly get to understand that the only person Frank cares about is himself.
You want to save somebody? Save yourself.
Don't worry though, the ghosts are coming to teach Frank a lesson, and it's not long before the first ghost, or the ghost of Christmas past, turns up and the madness ensues. I said the madness ensues. Okay, and now I'm in a taxi cab. Hey, wrong way, asshole! Oh, nice hit back there, by the way, solid hit.
Relax, GG. Enjoy the ride.
Do I know you?
Ah, you actually asked me who I am this time. I'm Glenn.
You? Again?
Well, actually this time I'm the ghost of Christmas past. Oh, you don't mind if I smoke, do you?
Smoke, drive?
Okay.
Do you actually get any purpose in this episode, or you just hear as a cutaway gag?
I'm just here as a cutaway.
Well, now that's out of the way, let's move on. One thing that Scrooged has got going for it is how it manages to blend the comedy with the horror without anything feeling out of place or given less attention, if that makes sense. No? Okay, what I mean is, if the movie's trying to give you a scare or a good visual effect, it delivers. If it's trying to give you a bit of backstory for Frank, I feel like it's well written and it hits the beats that it's going for. No, fuck it, I'm happy with that explanation. But when I say this movie has horror, I don't mean this is a scary movie. But some of the moments or visuals could be rather freaky for a younger viewer. Just saying, the 80s were a different time. There's also a little side story about one of Frank's employees, Grace, who's a bit hard up for cash and has a whole family to feed, not to mention the fact that one of her sons doesn't speak. So not only does the movie hit the right spots with the comedy and slight horror, there's some heart in here too. It tries its best to pull at the emotional strings and, I think, succeeds. Well, mostly.
Mostly.
Anyway, alongside Bill Murray, there's Karen Allen playing the part of Frank's ex-girlfriend Claire.
Merry Christmas.
Do you know what? I do not care for Karen Allen's acting. Whoa. Hear me out. I've just never been a fan of her style. I mean, I don't know, I think she's okay here, but anytime she pops up in a movie, I always wince. Wince? In my defence though, I never had that sort of predetermined affection for her because of the whole Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark marrying thing. I was more of a Temple of Doom guy. My first Karen Allen experience was actually National Lampoon's Animal House, and what her character did in that movie just left a Karen Allen-sized stain in my memory. Yep, I'm holding grudges against people because of their past performances as fictional characters.
Fictional characters.
Anyway, Karen Allen aside, the love story going on between Frank and Claire is good. It's sweet. Without doing the whole spoiler thing, I like the way that we get to see the past and get a fuller understanding of the relationship.
It's Christmas Eve. They're our best friends. It only comes once a year.
But whether or not I enjoy the way the characters interact with each other, let's call it the chemistry, or whether or not I enjoy Karen Allen's acting, I don't know why, but I just hate the way she calls him Lumpy.
That was the frightened Lumpy I heard. Lumpy! Lumpy!
It's funny though when this guy overhears Frank being called Lumpy and thinks it's okay to call him that.
Excuse me, Lumpy. I'm sorry. I'm new here and I got a problem.
I love this guy. It's just how shite and robotic he is. I'm sorry, I'm new here and I've got a problem.
I'm sorry. I'm new here and I got a problem.
Anyway, moving on to my favourite character of the movie.
I'm the ghost of Christmas present.
I had a funny feeling.
I just love Carol Kane, and she's so good in this movie. The way that she's all high-pitched and giggly and sweet like a little fairy, but can snap instantly into something teetering on the edge of demonic.
Close your eyes.
I'm sure you'll recognise her for something else, but my random reference is another movie where she's mostly sweet and innocent, but also goes demonic. A little number from 1982 called Pandemonium.
Mama, stop!
Wow, that was indeed a totally random reference. I'm actually quite proud of that. Come on, man. I take it that'll be the next ghost. Are we ever gonna get through this episode? These constant interruptions really don't help, and enough with the chimes. Is that who I think it is? No way. Episode 45, about 3.5 minutes in.
Well, hello, GG. It's been a while.
Legal Lou?
But this time, I'm the ghost of Christmas present.
What's this?
Cease and desist order of all equipment and use of your channels across all public websites and derogatory content towards one Karen Allen. Now, close your eyes and tell me.
No, you close.
Close your eyes and think of why you don't like Karen Allen. And more to the point, try and think of what it is you say from now on, because it puts us under so much legal pressure. So much paperwork, all the paperwork. We're still dealing with the Barbara Hershey case, so this is for that.
I'm getting really sick and tired of these ghosts, so can we please, for the love of Sarah Douglas, just get back to talking about Scrooged?
We have a unique relationship.
So, hopefully without further interruption, we can continue. So the question is, why should you watch Scrooged this year as one of your Christmas movies? Well, because not only did we get a great, if not typical, Bill Murray performance. I love that wee slip. We also have a bit of a cast going on here too, and there's plenty of faces you'll recognise from this era, like John Glover, who has the ability to overact like this.
I'm afraid you'll have to die.
I like this guy. He's just enjoyable in anything that I've seen him in, and here he plays a character called Bryce Cummings, who he's kind of a rival of Frank's and basically gets under his skin pretty much any time they interact with each other.
I think it's time you and I had a little talk, Bryce.
Those eagle-eyed viewers out there will also spot Anne Ramsey, who was Mama Fratelli from The Goonies.
Hit puree!
Side note, Mikey's mum from The Goonies, Mary Ellen Trainor, was also in Scrooged, both movies being directed by Richard Donner. Anyway, do you know who else is in this movie? Bobcat Goldthwait.
Merry Christmas.
I remember first seeing this guy in the Police Academy movies from the 80s, and his voice just blew me away. Combined with his really strange acting style, the way that he used his voice was just, it was weird. I mean, it's one of those ones where it's probably just easier to let you hear it a few times in a row to get a better feel for what I'm trying my best to explain here, so enjoy.
I admire
I love that guy. Great first name too, Bobcat. Anyway, let's move on before the last ghost predictably appears and pisses me off even more.
You're goofy. Don't piss me off, Art.
So one thing that really does need a mention in Scrooged is the special effects. I mean, some of the practical effects look tremendous. Look, here when the arm of Frank's old boss is breaking, looks really old and decayed and crunchy. Kudos to the special effects team of Tom and Barry Burman.
Bravo.
So let's wrap this bad boy up. If you're looking for a Christmas movie to watch this year, look no further than Scrooged. It's got everything you're going to need. There's Christmas spirit, there's horror, there's Bill Murray doing his thing, and... Oh, it's you. Back off, creep. Shit might work in the movies, but no with me. May I?
Say his name and...
Ah, you actually asked me who I am this time. I looked right at the camera.
Is this some sort of cutaway guy?
Do you want to drive?
I know what you mean, but at the same time I'm like, what do you mean?
Action!
No.
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 Fucking scared to do that! I tried to take it. I tried to take it. I was like...
Oh,
no! Don't! And he goes... But he hods the pose once he's... Hod the freeze. Don't laugh. Hod it.
Show me how to punch a guy.
I don't need the two E's. Not dead properly. No. Episode 45, we go Lou. The entity, the one favourite 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes in. Legal Lou. Half soup.